Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining me is Joe Tigay, Managing Partner at Equity Armor Investments, for an update on Nasdaq-100 performance, volatility trends, and how investors can use EAVOL in their portfolios. Joe, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Thanks for having me. It's good to be here.
All right, Joe, we have a lot to talk about this afternoon. Let's get an update on the Nasdaq-100 and VOLQ, because as you pointed out, there could be some concern with the move one way or the other with VOLQ and the Nasdaq-100 both trading higher.
Yeah, that's fascinating to see. Now, as I've been on the show, I keep on talking about that 50-day moving average. Now, for the past week, we've almost put that to bed with the Nasdaq gapping higher. Now we're closing in on all-time highs, and VOLQ had been coming in towards relative lows, made a low yesterday. But now today, the Nasdaq's higher again. However, interestingly, volatility's higher. Also, we got the VOLQ up and the Nasdaq up. To me, sometimes that can be a warning sign. That can be a sign of caution. Maybe complacency is out there and people are saying, at this all-time high level with volatility low, it makes a lot of sense to put some protection on the portfolio today.
And just so I have EAVOL in my portfolio, right? How will that work within it if we get this move to the downside on the Nasdaq-100, or even if we get a move to the upside?
Yeah, it's a constantly daily rebalancing aspect where as volatility is coming lower, EAVOL is allowing it to buy more of it. And it's just harnessing that volatility so that if there is a volatile event, you'll see volatility race higher. EAVOL will be able to sell that out, put it back into NASDAQ, which of course on those volatile events we all know is lower. So it's a natural built-in buy low, sell highs trade.
So, Joe, as we go through the summer, there is an expectation out there, and we can see it in how futures are being priced, that we'll certainly have a lower vol regime than we did for 2020. How would that impact EAVOL?
Yeah, it's fascinating to see. Of course, nobody was expecting what happened in 2020 to happen before it happened, and we won't know what the next reason for another volatile event to go into the market will be. Of course, 3 weeks ago, I never would have guessed that a strait could block the Suez Canal and disrupt global shipping. So I think the next disruption will be something else we're not really focusing in on, and it will happen likely when volatility comes in low. So for me and EAVOL, that's just a natural trade. I know that volatility goes up, it goes down. It needs to be actively managed to be able to harvest that volatility when it goes up, put it back into equities. And when it's coming in, it's the right time to be buying volatility.
All right, Joe. Appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.